talk about the use of absolute cell references in formulas. It's very important to understand how to use absolute cell references so that you can copy your formulas and have them do what you want them to do. So an absolute cell reference is used to keep that cell reference fixed in a formula when it's copied. This is in contrast to a relative cell address, which is the default. A relative cell address changes when you copy it relative to its new position in the spreadsheet. So let's look at an example of when an absolute cell reference might be useful. I have two columns here. In A, I just have some numbers, and I have put in a formula to sum those up. In column B, I want to find what percent each number in column A is of that total. And actually, what will show in this cell is the answer, not the formula. So I want to find the percent. Mathematically, I would take this number and divide it by this number. I want to use cell addresses rather than the numbers. So I'm going to put in a formula starting with an equal sign. I'm going to take the cell A2 and divide it by cell A6. That will give me the answer here for the percent. Now, I want to know the same thing for all my other numbers in column A. So I could come in and copy this formula down, but when I do, I'm going to get an error message. I'm going to see some pound signs. It's going to tell me I have a problem here. The reason is that when I copy this down, and these are relative cell addresses, they change. So this one becomes A2 divided by A7. A7 has nothing in it, so I get an error. I could go through and correct every one of these, but there's a better way to do it. I can go back and change my denominator to an absolute cell reference. I do that by inserting a dollar sign in front of the column and in front of the row. When I copy that formula now, it stays fixed. My denominator stays A6, so it keeps dividing by this same cell. So now when I copy down where I've left the relative address, it'll change, but this will stay constant. That allows you to create a formula with a mixture of relative and absolute cell addresses that you can copy anywhere you need it, and it will do what you need it to do. So, the big difference is the numerator cells change, they are relative. The denominator cell stays constant, which is referred to as absolute. Hopefully you understand the basic concept, the basic difference in an absolute and a relative cell address. After reviewing this video, please go back to the Blackboard site and take the quiz in this learning module.